Okay, let's get this show on the road. I am a little bit dusty this morning, so I thought I'd play something with a little bit of a different speed than Captain of Industry or Broken Arrow, which require a ton of focus. And I thought I'd chill, and I've been wanting to get a playthrough of the Altars finished, but because of my schedule, I just haven't been able to do it. I've gone to like halfway through Act 1 a couple of times. Hey Naughty Chuck, hey Lightning Dragon, how you doing? Thanks for being here. And so I thought, why not play it on stream? I think it's a really good streamable game. It does have Twitch integration, but we're going to play it on YouTube. This is my sort of test to see if YouTube is the place I want to keep streaming to, or if it's going to be Twitch in the future. So let's see how this one goes. If you don't know what this is, I'll kind of let the game explain the premise for itself. I don't think there's many people here right now to catch the start, so if you're here for the start, you get to watch the really cool intro. Now, my machine should be able to handle this game no problem, but it does hitch a little bit. So I have turned down the settings slightly. I've also turned off the motion blur, which this game has a lot of motion blur. So we'll see how it looks without it. But let's just kick off. There's two different difficulty settings for the game. There's an economy difficulty setting, and there is an action economy setting. Economy only has challenging and standard as its options. And action has easy, moderate, or hard. The first time I played this game, we should post this live link on this. I did post it in the Discord, Lightning. Did it not come through? I'll post it again, just to be certain. I am live here. You know what? I'll put it on the old Blue Sky and the old Twitter too. Why not? Give me a second. X.com, Blue Sky. Not that I have many people following me, but let's build that up too. Live on YouTube with the Altars. How do I do this? The Altars. I don't think there's a hashtag. There is a hashtag for the Altars. Sweet. Okay. We'll copy that. We'll post it. And we will post this here. Can you hear the dog snoring in the background? Isn't that nice to have back? She's back. She's back and snoring. Okay, that's been posted. Back to the game. There we go. Get chat back up. Came through for you. Oh, I did, yeah. So one thing I have done is, because we're playing this on YouTube, I've turned off chat, right? Because you've got chat by the side of the screen, and chat will be saved in the VOD as well. So I've been getting a lot of comments about chat on screen during streams just being distracting, because the games I'm playing have such incredibly over-the-top UIs. We can bring chat back if we want to. I can see all of you, I can chat away with all of you, and if you're in the VOD and you want to see what's going on, it's there. But like I was saying a second ago, sorry, I have played this game. Why is my controller not working? At least the thumbnails, I like put it being live unless it was at 5 AM, yeah. Hang on a second, I'm having problems with my... Okay, my controller's working now. So I think I'm just going to play on economy standard, action element standard, because the first time I tried to play, I played on hard, challenging, and I had a mutiny in the first act, which was pretty funny, but not really what we wanted to happen. So, I really tried to see what other chat was saying since it's YouTube. Yeah, exactly, no joke. We don't need both chats if we're just streaming to one thing. Let's start the game, okay? I've preambled for way too long. Let's go. I'm going to be quiet during the cutscenes. Just take this one nice and easy, because like I said, I'm really dusty. And if you don't know what dusty is, it's an Aussie thing. That's all I'm going to say. We don't really know it, but we sense it. There is a sister ship to our life, which takes a totally different route, while the sun burns behind the islands. Thomas Transformer, the Blue Horse. The Blue House, not the Blue Horse. Very interesting quote, that. And I do quite like the imagery of it.
How did I end up here? My whole life, all its ups and downs, led me to this place. Far from home, far from anyone I know. A journey whose route is unknown, and the destination out of sight. Was this path just a random sequence of events that I had to follow? Or was there ever another way? Now, heading for the unknown. I can't really tell. Is this the end of the road? Or is it yet another branching?
Hey, Mishaps, welcome to the stream. Welcome to some weird speculative sci-fi. And yes, Lightning, I think it is coffee time. First things first, this game is gorgeous. I love the basalt here. So I have some theories about the main character, which I will posit on later on, once we're a little bit more established. But for now, we just crash landed in what looks like one of the most inhospitable environments I've ever seen.
That was a tough landing.
Cool, Naughty Jug. That's a great way to use the stream.
Volsky here. Do you read me?
I think if this game needs anything, they really needed the composer who did Ixion.
I need to figure out what happened.
Is it water though? My live chat doesn't like live stream, but I wanted to send you a little something for entertainment you recently. Oh, VGMO21, thank you so much.
I wanted to send you a little something for the entertainment you've given me recently. I'll be in the VODs.
Thank you so much. I know you're not here, you got to watch the live stream, but thank you so much, VGM00021. You are a wonderful person. I really, really appreciate that. It definitely looks very oily. There's also these kind of, I don't know, chunks of something on the beach here and in the water. It doesn't look very hospitable. We've got a nice chunky suit with an exoskeleton. So we've got, our arms are not braced, but our legs do have something to help us. Then we've got these crazy curve. I mean, look at this. I'm going to spend a lot of time looking at the art in this game, by the way. Don't expect a super fast playthrough. I'm going to enjoy this, because this is how I like to look at games like this. I like to take it all in. And I think this is a game for taking it in. So we've got a flare here. We can run using our exoskeleton, or our endo legs, I guess. And here we go. Zoom. Yeah, Shin. Hey, Shin, how's it going? Good to see you. Hey, Shinobu. This game has a great start. If you turn them mostly to all available, yeah.
Emergency flare from my capsule. I should look out for
Look at this. Yeah, extra. I don't know why I said endo. We're not a. There's another parachute.
This is Jan Dolsky.
So we have some sort of atmosphere that is thick enough to apply drag.
I landed safely, but I think my capsule went astray.
One of these big glass shard things.
Maybe the radio's broken.
A lot of erosion. Yes. Endo means inside. I'm just being... I mentioned it before. I am super dusty. My brain may not be working 100%. Is it very dark on stream, by the way? Because it's quite light for me. I could turn the brightness up a little bit. That red looks really red to me on the preview. I think it's fine color-wise. Maybe a little bit dark. But I think that's actually going to give you a better viewing experience. If you want me to turn the brightness up, let me know. Do you want me to oh, hey, TRM. I'll turn the brightness up slightly. I don't know if I can turn it up in-game. I might need to turn it up in my... Yeah, I need to turn it up in my settings here. You said you're dusty but failed to but yes, you need to understand what that means. It's just a thing. I'm just going to see if I can turn this up slightly. That doesn't seem to be... What if I do this instead? Let me know if this is any brighter. No, dusty means that I am hungover, okay? I was out at a party until 3 a.m. last night, and right now it is 8:23.
Shit. Deceased. What the hell? Not much I can do for her now. Oh, I gotta find the others.
Yeah, you got the same level of brightness as me now. I'm giving you my display, my full display rather than just the game capture. So the captain's dead. I like that her paw just has, like, in full caps on the front, alert! Person inside is dead. It was pretty good.
Shipping crash. The capsule's intact. Looks like she died inside of it. I don't get it.
Alright. We are climbing. Look at this image. I just love this. It looks so cool. I'm not sure if we're getting any imagery here. It's more just very awful. Oh, you got a coffee machine in your room. That's a great idea. I should do that.
Mobile base. There it is. Dolsky here. Anyone copy? If you can hear me, I've located the base. We'll try and get down there.
So there's our base. We need to get to that base. That's our only lifeline on this planet.
Closer to the drop-off point.
So we need to get
Keep
moving.
moving.
I'm quite happy to basically perma-sprint in this game because the game gives you a decent reason as to why Yan can perma-sprint. We have a leg exoskeleton that can do that work for us. Now that, what has caused that? That's an interesting formation. Dying little pulley, that can't be rare. It's a giant roly-poly. Yes, Dotty Chuck. It's actually a really interesting design, the circle. I like missteps there. Behold, a circle. For those of you who just joined, by the way, I've turned off chat for this stream since it's on YouTube. We'll see how that goes.
The capsules. Wait. What? No. That's impossible. They can't all be. Why? Makes no sense.
We'll find out a little bit more about why we're here. But what's crazy is everyone is dead. Look at the water. Look at the water.
Oh shit.
Look at the water.
Fast. I gotta get to the base.
Okay, I need to move. I'd never noticed the water did that before. Go, 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 go. Through this base out hell. My radiation meter's in the bottom left-hand corner. Exactly. There's the base. We have to get inside quick. Look at the water, though. Look at the water.
Yes, the elevator. Quick.
We're definitely not on a normal planet.
Come on. Come on. That was close.
So welcome to what is a very interesting survival game. And here we are in the mobile base. And it's just us. Now this used to hitch really badly on my computer. So hopefully it's going to run better now that I've turned the settings down.
I need to find the comms room and get help.
So this is our base construction area. And this is the base overview. So we can build, we will build the base as we go. At the moment we have a quantum computer, a communications room, a command center, an airlock, a machinery room, the captain's cabin, and some small storage. We don't have a lot going on right now. We can build more stuff using base building, but there's not a lot going on. I'm going to go up in the lift. Quantum computer is a very interesting room. Can't do anything in here just now, but this is the quantum computer. Then we also have the airlock, which we just came through. This is how we get in and out of the base. Then if we go down, we have the machinery, which is mostly used for protecting us from radiation. What do you do if that thing? It can't fall over. You'll see how thick the tire is. And this is the captain's cabin, which I think is really cute. But what this tells me is they launched this base with no quarters for the rest of the crew, only the captain. But we do have the communications room, so let's see what is going on in here. Now, there's a setting for streaming to turn off the background noise in here, so it might sound a bit weird, because usually there's a lot of static on this call.
Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? Mayday! Mayday, anyone?
So we're working for Ally Corp. You can see that in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. And if you look on the back of his suit, or his top, this is Project Dolly that we're working on. I'm going to say I'm not the captain.
I'm here, but I'm not the captain. I'm just a builder. Jan Dolsky, corporate ID 4672B.
As far as I'm aware, it falling over never comes up.
The whole crew is gone.
But I've only played up to the first, like halfway through the first act.
Hello? Can you,
You gotta
get
think
me
about-
out of here?
It said sunrise there. Imminent time till sunrise.
What do you need? Remaining to what? Talk to me. What's the danger?
Planet activity rising. Days remaining. Be lethal proximity. Instructions and logs.
Oh, no. Don't you go all fuzzy on me. Lethal proximity. Oh, useless quantum nav system. Where the hell did it send us? Lethal proximity of what?
So there's our location, Glees 3804.
You mean a star will come and burn this planet? And I just have days to escape? Is that right? Sunrise. Perfect.
Okay, so this game definitely, I think, borrows very heavily from Project Hail Mary and The Martian, in that we are a sole survivor in a pretty terrible situation. But unlike the main characters in both of those books, Jan is not a scientist. He is not a, like, super determined person. I think his mental state is pretty understandable right now. He's just woken up, landing on this planet, his whole crew is dead, and he is a builder. So, how is he going to get out of this situation? Well, we've got the captain's log to read. Now, I'm not going to go through all of every log because there's a lot in here, but we're going to look at these ones because they're important to setting the story of the book. So, evacuation procedure. Welcome to the Evacuation Functionality Manual. In case of an incident that jeopardizes your mission and the safety of your crew, please follow the safety protocol and move the base to a safe location. The following steps must be accounted for. 1. Refuel the base. 2. Manufacture necessary equipment. 3. Secure food supplies. The steps will automatically be tracked on your mission HUD. According to recent Ally Corp research, and based on data collected from multiple missions, triple star systems are considered as potentially related to a very high probability of discovering Rapidium in the Ally Corp classification system. The precise correlation between triple star systems and Rapidium is yet to be scientifically determined, but according to some hypotheses, this may be related to the unique radiation cycle observed on planets belonging to these systems. Rapidium, as a highly unstable element and itself emitting significant amounts of radiation, seems to be less elusive in the presence of such specific radiation patterns, as if fine-tuning its life cycle to the environment. There's a typo there. Ally Corp employees should be aware that thanks to these findings, in the upcoming years, we are bound to witness a significant rise in missions sent by the Quantum Navigation System, remember we have a quantum computer on board, on course for a triple star system, which should such a system be identified in the vicinity of an Ally Corp exploration vessel, this should by all means result in a notable increase in successful Rapidium extraction, and a major breakthrough for Ally Corp and humanity alike. Mission captains must be informed, however, that operating on planets belonging to a triple star system involves the need for some precautions. The complex gravitational structure within which the planet operates, apart from being the source of Rapidium-friendly radiation, may result in life-threatening events, such as periodic lethal proximity to one of the suns, annihilation of the planet's surface, and immediate destruction of all life forms. In order to maximize efficiency even in the event of such occurrences, Ally Corp has equipped its vessels with cutting-edge CEBA evacuation functionality, enabling the crew to extract Rapidium while avoiding hazardous conditions. If the case of landing on a planet belonging to a triple star system, please consult the CEBA Evacuation Functionality Manual for further instructions. The above information is the sole property of Ally Corp and is highly confidential. We remind you that your infringement of your confidentiality agreement will result in legal matters. So, what do we know? We're in a triple star system. It's very bad. We're here for something called Rapidium. What are people saying in chat? Oh yeah, triple stars. I don't know if those are real. Fair enough. Auto mechanics hell though. They have like an amount of units of raw fresh food you can count on one hand. Gotta love unsolved differential equations that go from one place to the other. Droppers don't work, or weaker food for one guy. Mobile base can't handle hill, not enough fuel. This seems like a well-planned mission. Quantum navigation. I'm going to skim over this one, but basically, we have a quantum navigation system. While the crews in cryo sleep, the system actively monitors for the most probable locations of viable resources. Then it collects that information, uses quantum magic to sort it all, and then sends the ship to where it needs to go. So basically, this expedition was launched without a destination, and the computer brought us here. Corporate mission, exactly. Locating organic matter. So we need to find some organic matter in order to... Locating organic matter deposits requires the deployment of an Ally Corp polygonal scanner. This handy tool, alongside other necessary equipment such as mining outputs and pylons, can be crafted in the workshop module of the base. So we need to get ourselves a workshop, which will require 60 metals. Right now, if you look down at the bottom of the screen, we have 30 metals, 2 raw food, 20 meals, and that's it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to bed. Ah yes, if only we can find an electron, we can navigate the stars. Because it's currently 11. This one really nice thing about this planet is we're running on a 24-hour time cycle. Hey, there's supposed to be a bathroom. Wow, that's a good point, Page Boy Sam. Also, a couple people joined the stream and I didn't say hello to you. Hang on a second, let me just... I can't scroll back through chat. Who was it that joined? Was it Tyler? Yeah, Tyler joined the stream. Welcome on board, Tyler. I think someone else joined the stream as well. I think it was Page Boy Sam, actually, so welcome, Page Boy Sam. Okay, so we have amount of time every day to get stuff done, so I'm not going to hang around right now. We need to head back outside. We need to find some metal. Sunrise is in 8 days. All right, we are back outside the ship. There's a few things we want to look for, so we're going to move fast. We need to find some metal deposits, but first of all, I want to come down to the shore here. You can see that the base was airdropped in because there's parachutes all over the beach. There's some stuff on the beach I want to find. The water's gone back to normal, which is good. Not sure that's how days work, but okay. I think we're just forcing a 24-hour day-night cycle for our people to keep the same.
That looks like our ship's cargo drop.
So there's some suitcases here, and we found a band t-shirt. A torn t-shirt signed by the drummer of the Crooked Testers. I used to have so much fun at their gigs. For years they were competing with another local band, the Liverpool Bugs. I hated anyone who listened to the Liverpool Bugs. A holy war between fans. But then bands joined forces to fight the record company that was ripping them off.
It's filled with the crew's personal items, including my stuff.
So we're just going to do we're going to try and pick up as much stuff as we can today. Yeah, it's exactly like XCM.
Things they told me to take on the mission.
So here...
Things that will make you feel comfortable far away from home. Objects that trigger good memories.
And then here's some surface metals. We can drill the metals. And time will speed up while we're doing this work. So we don't have to sit and wait for the mining to happen. It will just fast forward while Jan does the work. I'm guessing the t-shirt can be used in the story. Correct. We want to collect as many of these things as possible. They will help us greatly in the story. Remember that I mentioned Jan's mental state? Managing Jan's mental state is going to be very important for getting us through this situation. We are in a very bad place. Okay, we have all our metal. Let's keep looking. There's some more stuff to find in our first day. Look at there's our base. The tire is pretty thick. I'm assuming it has some sort of self-leveling. There is a pressure to keep moving because of the time limit, so I am going to be dashing around a little bit. My route here could have maybe been a little bit more optimized. Where is the thing I'm looking for? I thought it was over here. Maybe just up here. There it is. There's another drop pod. For more luggage. We've got a multi-tool. My multi-tool. Convenient set. One of the few things everyone should have in their pocket. I used it countless times to open bottles, fix things, and, well, open more bottles. It was a birthday present from my mum on my 18th birthday. Of course, she pretended it was father's idea, but I knew better. Also, a trading card. Watching Speedway was the only fun thing I used to do with my father. When I told him who my favorite racer was, he cared enough to get me this trading card showing that racer. This might be the nicest thing he ever did for me. I guess he had a good day. I'm not that into Speedway anymore. Maybe I should give it another chance. So we got those 2 items from here as well.
Yes. I was missing that.
And we also get a movie called The History of the Universe. Millennia after the fall of humankind, a father tells his son the history of the universe. So we have a movie.
Is that a movie? Huh. Alicorp even thought of entertainment in the base.
And then there's something up here, but we can't get up here. If I try and use this, nothing I can do.
I don't have a climbing hook. Not yet.
So I need a climbing hook to get up there. Maybe you could make a climbing hook in the workshop. Oh, thanks for the follow, Argus. Hope you're doing well. They thought of entertainment, but not a bathroom. Well, remember what Jan's role was on the mission. He is a builder. So maybe the idea was to build a bathroom on site. I don't know. We're just going to try and collect as much materials as we can today, so we don't have to do it again. Like, today's material collect day. This is just surface materials we can grab. If you look at the bottom of the screen, though, we have a storage limit of how much materials we can actually have in the base. Once again, a well-planned executed mission. That's not a good idea, but sure. Yes. There's definitely some issues with this corporate mission. I actually have theories about how Yan got here that I will extrapolate on maybe a little bit later. Once we've established a bit more what's going on. The porta body got intercepted mid-route, yeah. Okay, it's 2 o'clock. We're almost out of storage space. I'm actually not going to drill this because there's something else I want to drill down here. So I'm going to leave that last thing of metal there. He can also do big jumps again because he has the exoskeleton. Alright, we're going to go down this way. This opening area is quite small. Oh, look, the world's going a bit weird. Something strange is down this way. What could it be? I actually don't think I've got enough storage for what I want to do here. Well, that doesn't look normal.
What the hell? Could this be Rapidium?
So us finding Rapidium here is huge.
Strange. I have to get closer. Make sure.
It's talking to us.
I need to collect a sample.
Okay, we've got all the Rapidium we can right now, but we're now out of storage space, which means we will need to come back here. Had a heart attack when he touched it. Yes, very Outer Wilds feeling.
Unbelievable. So the useless quantum nav system isn't that useless after all. I knew where it was sending us. Except I survived.
And then, this is that area I looked at before. This is a deep deposit of organics, which we can use to make food, and also fuel the base. So I will be coming back here to set a mine up tomorrow. We'll grab the loose organics now. The problem we have right now is I've filled our storage up. We have no room left in our storage. So let's head back to the base. It's almost the end of the day as well. How did I miss this? And we'll use the metals that we just got to build some stuff. Eat it. You need to do more drugs. You're eating delicious guys for lunch and dinner? Indeed. Or weird little mushrooms. I don't actually have a way to cook food right now, by the way. I too released organics in a similar manner. Oh dear. Okay, let's go back to base. Right. So we can now go into this area. And we can start building some stuff. So I have access at the moment only to build a workshop and a small storage. Building a workshop will use up 40 of our metals. So I am going to build a workshop, and I have to put it somewhere. For the moment, I'm going to put it next to the command center, but we're going to have to rebuild stuff and move stuff around after a while. So the workshop has been built. Now there's some stuff I can build in the workshop. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build a scanner, but I'm also going to build... Do I have enough organics for a... I didn't think I had enough organics for a climbing hook, but I had just enough organics for a climbing hook, which is actually great, because that makes tomorrow a lot easier. Now, I don't have a lot of time left in the day. You work a lot slower after 8 o'clock, but I might just have enough time to make the climbing hook. Yes, I literally had just enough time to do everything. It is now 8 o'clock on the dot. So if I do any work after this point, I do it at half speed, and I'll wake up later tomorrow. I don't want to do that. Let's call the base. I think the idea is that the center is like will not move at all while the outside moves around. So the base is actually going to have a very smooth. Yeah, exactly what Synopsis is saying. There's crazy suspension between the wheel and the center, so the hull will move like crazy, but the base will stay flat.
Anyone copy? I went out to find resources, and I found a cave full of something. I think it might be Rapidium. You hear me? I think I found rupidium.
You sure about it?
I'm sure.
What? I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, what else could it be?
I was laughing at Miss Evans.
Test the rupidium? How would I do that?
The blueprint provided. The womb.
And they've just given us a blueprint for something called the womb.
The womb. You want me to build a womb?
Some sample of DNA provided.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Probably lighting. You go off a big cliff or something.
The womb, huh?
I hate that name. Pick a better name.
DNA sample, huh? I guess it makes sense. Rubidium speeds up organic growth.
So yeah, if we just pause for a second, and as I said, I'm not going to go through every database, but we should learn about rupidium. Rupidium. What is rupidium? First discovered accidentally by an Ally Corp near-space exploration vessel on the 842 Hermes asteroid passing Earth, rupidium revolutionized the way we think about accelerated growth. Called by its enthusiasts the time-traveling element, or the savior element, it emits a unique type of radiation, COXY, which can transfer raw energy directly into the mitochondria of organic cells, projecting matter into versions of its future self within hours instead of years. Why are we exploring the most distant corners of space to find it? The answer seems obvious. Multiple research confirms that the potential of rupidium is almost limitless when it comes to infusing life to crops, even in the most challenging climate conditions, while reducing the time and resources needed to grow them practically to zero. The implications are immeasurable. Finding and collecting a substantial amount of rupidium will allow for the restoration of agriculture on Earth, putting an end to the global catastrophe of hunger. Ever since this groundbreaking discovery, Ally Corp has become fully committed to bringing the savior element to Earth and makes continuous efforts to invest both in accelerated growth and space mining technologies, always proudly at the forefront of striving for the future of humanity, never falling back. Oh, it's rupidium. I've been hearing rubidium. Sorry, like raving rabbits. No, it's rapid, like rapid. Obviously, it's something totally differently. Well, I guess growing corn in Tem is useful. Now, let's take that with a grain of salt, because that's a very corporate way of putting that. So, just like, why else might they want this? So now we have some new stuff we can build. We can build small storage, corridors, elevators, and the womb. So we are going to build a womb. I'm going to attach the womb. I actually have to move some stuff around. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the room for the second, and I'm going to move this small storage down to here. What I'm actually going to do is move this to a small storage to here for a second, and move this elevator here, so we have a central elevator rather than having that weird having to walk through machinery situation. I'm just going to put this one up here for the moment. I'm going to add this small storage here, this small storage here. Now every small storage you add increases the weight of your base by quite a lot. I can't move this module, by the way. This is the one module I can't move. It's like the fuel tank. Let's add the womb in now. And we're going to put that next to the quantum computer for the moment. Now, one thing I want to know is, do I want to add another small storage? I think I probably do. For now, we're just going to put that small storage up here. Okay, that's just pretty much out of resources. But let's go and check out the...
Okay, so I have built a womb. Now, what could possibly come out of it?
So this is the womb. Oh, so you can expand the base through upgrades and get more room. Exactly, Tier M. It's special entropy juice. So let's test it.
Here goes. DNA sample. Rubidium. I'm starting to worry this wasn't such a good idea.
It's a sheep.
Oh,
Because that's what we need on this base.
of course. What else? Oh, you need a name. I think I'm gonna call you Molly.
Now, let's just pause for a second, okay? I think there's a really, really intentional reason that they have called the sheep Molly, okay? We are on Project Dolly, and we've just cloned a sheep, and we've called it Molly. Just think about that for a bit. We can, of course, pet the sheep.
Hello, Molly.
I think there's more to it than that, Tira.
Bite, do you?
I feel like it's a hint. I don't know for certain, okay? This is just me theorizing. What do you use with that sheep? Can you get another? I can't use the sheep in any way. Exactly, Shinobu. I think there's something there, but it's interesting that the project is called Dolly. Like, they could have called the project anything, but it's specifically Project Dolly. You can see on the back of his shirt. And then they put a sheep in it, and they call it... It just feels like it's a really significant, very focused callback.
Okay, I built the womb and tested the rapidium. The DNA sample
No lamb chops, no.
was a little surprising, but it worked, I think. I cloned a sheep. Hello?
Why not, Papa?
Can
Exactly.
you hear me? I have a sheep.
I think it's mostly
on board.
just to
You're
relate back to the
responsible
cloning
for
of
2
Dolly.
lives now.
Go. Successful. Really felt good business. Yes.
Will you help me now?
Yeah. Now that I'm a real hero,
I'm gonna play Yan as a pretty, like corporate burnout.
Danger. Only short time remaining to sunrise.
I know that. But I'm just a builder. I'm not trained to move the goddamn base all by myself.
Follow the instructions and prepare for the journey. So I need to get organics, but first of all I need to sleep, because I can't do anything else today. Yeah, that's true. There is sort of I guess an explanation as to how the sheep can survive that will come up later, but maybe that's kind of how that's working. Sunrise in 7 days. Alright, we need to find an organics deposit, so we're going to go do that today. I currently have no grass, that is correct. Okay, we're going to do a couple of quick jobs, and then we're going to set up the base. We're going to go back and grab that metal deposit I didn't grab yesterday, because we now have way more storage capability. You'll notice that organics at the bottom of the screen are held in their own storage area. Put the ship in an exosuit and give it a laser cannon. There's organics deposit in the sheep. But we're not going to be mining the sheep for organics anytime soon. The sheep is very much our project pet, and we'll be looking after her, okay? We're not going to be eating the sheep. You're all bloodthirsty cannibals. Or carnivores, even. You're not cannibals, because Yan isn't a sheep. So I just want to grab this metal deposit up here, and then we're going to finish mining the rapidium, and then we're going to set up the organics. I think you'll quite like how you do the mining. The mining is really interesting. It's not like surface mining, so this is surface mining, and it's actually quite rare. There isn't that much in the way of surface mining available. Once you empty the deposits, that's pretty much it for them. He can be a sheep if he wants to be. I mean, I'm worried about what's going to happen to that sheep when we make the trip back home to Earth. I don't know how it's going to survive an interstellar journey. Oh, I obviously didn't have enough room to pick this up yesterday. Alright, back to the rapidium deposit, which we didn't manage to mine all of. Hey Nortonius, how's it going? Happy Saturday Sunday. I was with spec rioters. Do I? Oh, I guess I do on my ship, yeah. Because the people that were in them are toast right now. Alright, let's finish mining this. Okay, we only had one more ping of it left, but now I don't have to come back here. So that just saves me having to make a return trip at a later date. Just replace your least favorite crew person with a sheep. Yeah, it's a nice change, Nortonius. What I need to do is fix the channel rewards so that people who have been members for a while get different icons. Oh, okay. So we found the organics deposit. If Yan can survive the journey, the sheep can, but only Yan survives. So maybe the journey is harder than that. Yes. Okay. Oh, you were sarcasming. Okay, the scanner allows you to find resource deposits. So what I can do is pull out the polygonal scanner, and I place down a node, and then I can go 5 meters, place down another node, place down another node, place down another node, and do a deep scan. Boom. Alright, that didn't really help me very much, so I will retrieve all, and we'll try again. We're looking for the deposit's location, so do. At least we've got cutting edge mining technology available to us. Still not... It looks like it's stronger over this way. You found the red pentagon, good job. 1, 2... Oh, I didn't put that one down. And it isn't this. I found the deposit. Okay. So now I can go to the build menu and I can build a mining outpost. And it magically builds itself. Oh, it's kind of like this, but not really this. So now I need to connect this to the base so it can send its magic juice to the base. So I need to select pylons, and we need to hook the pylons up to the base. What's the thing? Survey? I think it's a surveillance. I can't remember what that thing's called. I know exactly what you're talking about, though. No, I don't want a scanner. I want a pylon. It's gonna quantum the organics to the wheel. No quantum involved with this. It's gonna do something a lot more old-fashioned called piping. A rangefinder and associate angles. Okay. Oh damn, that one is not close enough for a true pylon. You can see the circle that shows the range of the pylon. We have to connect it to the front of our base. Oh, hey, Tachyon. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good sleep. And now we're connected up. So now I need to go back to the mining outpost. But one really nice feature of the game is you can fast travel to your mining outposts. So I want to fast travel back to it. And here's the map of the area for the first time. We've explored all of it. Except for this cavern here. There's nothing in here. So let's fast travel back to the outpost. Definitely works better than the run. And now we get to mine. And the good news is the game will fast forward while we mine. I don't know how I'm fast traveling, but I'm doing it. We'll head back at about 7 o'clock. 6. Actually, that just finished there, and then we'll fast travel. And we can fast travel from here straight into the base, so I don't have to walk all the way back. Okay. So we have 100. We need 180 organics gathered. So I'm actually gonna. I'm gonna have to sleep and come back again tomorrow to finish that up. So let's have a snooze. I will spend tomorrow mining. So there is a real pressure in the game to make sure you're doing the right things and that you're not you're not wasting time, because we have 6 days until sunrise, which sounds very ominous. The game hasn't told us exactly, what will happen when sunrise arrives, but it doesn't sound good. So let's head back and mine. And this is we're still very much in Tutorialsville. The only resource we really need to gather right now is organics. It's probably whatever those things are mishaps, but extrapolate it into a science fiction. This is what we could do. I'm just going to spend the whole day mining organics, because we need a lot. Now we need to build a kitchen. But we can do that at nighttime. The sheep explodes and it sees a real sun. We can't let that happen. Maybe that is what happens. Okay, one more cycle. Alright, that'll do. We're up to 250 organics, so we're almost full up. Let's head back to the base. And if you look on the base construction window, which I'll get to in a second, you can see that this tank here, I'll use the mouse, this tank here is now full of organics, which is actually really important because we need organics to travel. So you can see over here the base mass is 192, which means we need 192 organics to travel. Our base can hold 300 organics total, so it is possible to make your base too heavy to travel. So you have to be really careful about that. The future tech after 2008 financial crisis cyberpunk version, pretty much. Alright, but we have a new module we can build. We can now build the kitchen, a canteen in which you can produce food. So I'm gonna, oops, I clicked the wrong button. I'm gonna put the canteen, where do I want to put the canteen? We could put it next to the machinery, I guess. I might put it at the top of the base. I think what I might do is I think I'll just put it next to the machinery for now. Then I don't have to build any more elevators. Now I need to prepare 6 mush meals from the canteen. So the canteen's kind of cute. It's definitely a crew quartersy area, unlike the other ones, which are very utilitarian. It has a light carpet. I have this kitchen queue here. I can queue up something called a mush meal. I can also set an infinite uphold of mush meals. I'm going to set an infinite uphold of 5 on these. Sorry, I've just set an infinite uphold. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, that's fine. No, do I want to set an infinite on these? I want to set 5. I think I actually want to cancel that. I want to set a 5 uphold. 1, 2, 4, 5. Actually, I'll set 6. So just So Pikachu visits, so I don't teach my relics now. That's fine. So now I've queued that up. I can go over here, and I can prepare the meals. Oh, did that not work? I thought I queued them up. Oh no, I have to actually order 6. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The uphold is not for me. So let's make some mush meals. I'm just going to work late into the night to do this. Oh, I'm too tired apparently to keep working. No. Yeah, it takes an hour to finish the meal. So we'll finish the rest of the meals in the morning. I'm about to cough, excuse me. Sorry about that. Mush meals might not be the best meal we can eat. I've lost the captain's cabin. Where is it? Oh, it's just one foot straight down. Alright, let's go over here, and we'll jump back into bed. Oh, I think my housemate is home. So you may hear them talking to the dog. I'll just close over my door. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. How do I actually mute this without alt-tabbing and showing everything? I don't actually know how to do that. Well, give me 1 second. You get the ASMR of me walking to my door and back and sitting on my seat and all creaking. My housemate is not my mom, no. Housemate's younger than me. Oh wait, I almost slept again. That would have been a disaster. Alright, let's go make some mush meals. I didn't realize time was going to kick forward while I was doing that as well. I put it through the machinery, didn't I? You can still hear some puppies going, yes. They were staying with their partner last night, so they're just come home and the puppy's excited to see them. She's doing much better, by the way, the puppy. Where did I put the kitchen? I've lost my kitchen. It's next to the machinery. I could have just walked left, right. I don't normally put the kitchen here, which is why I'm like struggling to find it. But let's make the rest of the mush meals. Okay, they're all done. Yeah, she's doing much better. So now we need to go back to start the engines, right? This is our next job. Now that we have done all the work, we've got the resources. We could just start the engines and drive out of here. We'll be nice and safe. So the base is currently here. We can start and test the engine. Days till sunrise 5. The emergency.
What just happened?
She's,
Come on.
she's allowed a 5-minute walk right
Mr.
now. So whatever this doohickey here is just broke. But we can pull the lever to fix it. Okay. Through the magic of technology, it's fixed. Let's try again. And it broke again.
Again.
So we can fix it again. And this abruptly broke. Which doesn't look good.
You have got to be kidding me.
There's no explosion or anything. If you watch it carefully, the model just switches to broken.
My luck to be stuck in a junkyard.
Oh, Jan's losing it a little bit. Alright, we need to call Ally Corp for help. Our base is broken. Did I plug it in? I think we plugged it in too much.
Hey, you still there? I really need your help. I can't get out of here. I did everything according to the manual.
We did try that and it broke
There's a
more and we turned it off and on
malfunction
again.
I can't fix. I just don't know how.
Repeat, Xavier. I need to check data consistency and QC module.
Only the captain has access codes to the quantum computer.
Access granted.
Just like that.
Man, that was easy.
Okay, so now we're going to get to the kind of main thing about this game that makes it interesting. More than just a survival game on space. Here is the quantum computer. Analyze data from mind records of the crew.
What is this? Mine records. What's going on? Wait. I recognize this. It's my life.
So this is Jan's life path, and every one of these notes is mostly a decision that he has made. Jan's history kind of sucks. He had an abusive father. He got through school as hard as he could. He decided to go to college, leaving his mum behind with his abusive father. He had a good time at college. He took an opportunity to work abroad to make some money, which left him further away from his family, which unfortunately meant that he didn't get to say goodbye to his mother when she died. He kept going, but decided that he would devote his life to making her proud. He met a lovely woman. They had a really good time together. He graduated. He had a really good job. He kind of got a little bit over the 9-to-5 of it. They bought a house together. Then there was a huge financial crisis and he lost his job. He ended up having to drive taxi to try and make ends meet. His wife left him. His wife left him. It takes a while for their marriage to fall apart. He ends up drinking, single, losing it. He realizes that he's turned into his father, and he decides to join Project Dolly as an attempt to get his life back on track. And that is where his story kind of is at the moment. That is Jan's life. That's how he got here. That's really important to what's going to happen next in the game.
What for?
The first piece question is like, how do they know all this?
Hey, I checked the quantum computer.
I think this is justifiable.
What the fuck? Mind records? What the hell are you doing with that data? It's got everything. My whole life exposed.
My records need this procedure.
No. No, I want answers.
They're not going to give you answers, Jan. Isn't it lucky that the communications are disrupted so they can't answer the questions they don't want to?
What do you want with it?
Initiate branching procedure.
No way. I'm not messing with that shit.
Imminent danger. Short time remaining to Synopsis.
Okay, I get it. What is this procedure? What exactly will be branching?
This is you.
What? You what? Is that your whole answer?
Sort of mishaps. Sort of.
Alter? I'd alter what? Rapidium. Cloning a sheep. Branching myself? Altering my life by messing with my own memories? I mean, whatever it is you want me to do, no. No way in hell. Give
It's
me
different
my
jobs.
Imminent danger. Short time remaining to Synopsis.
You jerk. I don't have other options, do I?
Alright, we only have one option. We have to initiate branching procedure.
What? What is it doing? I remember that alternate life pattern. So this is what the branching is about?
So what it's going to do is basically every one of these nodes is a decision point in Jan's life. And we can emulate his life as to what would have happened to it if he'd made a different decision at that point, and he will end up with a different skill set. So there are way more available, and some of them branch off the branches. But the game's only giving us one right now because we need the technician. So if we were to select this branch point, instead of leaving home at 19 years old to go to college, this Jan stayed home and confronted his father. It doesn't go to college. And that's the branch that we're going to go down. So this gives him the technician Yan, who has a plus 50% efficiency when doing base maintenance. It's going to cost us 20 Rapidium to alterate this version of Yan. Pretty much page way. Yes, the branch is branch. I like this is the title reveal, by the way. Great. And you see what I mean about if this had the Ixion soundtrack? I'm giving YouTube a try, Notonius. Just as an alternate. Tested them both out. You don't go through this cutscene every time, which is why I'm letting it play. Your mustaches are very trendy right now, you're right. Alright, we have successfully altered. We have a new branching path. So we just skimmed through it really quickly. The diverging point is that Technician Yan stayed behind. He then ends up confronting his father and kicking him out of the house. He then goes on to have a really good relationship with his mum. Life is hard, but they love each other. He gets an opportunity to work in the mine where his father works, and he realizes his father gave him that opportunity. He turns it down. His mother dies, but this time he's there to say goodbye to her. And then he starts working in a mechanic shop and realizes he's really good at fixing things. And he has a really good time with a new father figure, who's the guy that runs the shop. Until it realizes that the guy who runs the shop's actually involved in gang stuff, and eventually the police come and take him away, and he feels even more betrayed. Now, he's lost two father figures that he trusted. Both of them betrayed him. So he's really, like, his distrust of father figures is very, very high. He decides to be completely self-sufficient. He takes over the garage and refuses to do any gang work. And then he ends up, I think, franchising or something, or he ends up working in a big international factory. And one night he's sitting in the bar and he thinks he sees his dad. It makes him think about things. And he realizes that, yeah, his life is okay, but he hasn't really got any friends. He doesn't have anything, like, concrete in his life that keeps him in one place. He's kind of just drifting through it. And he kind of thinks about it, you know, again, the same crisis that got mainline Yan fired also kind of affects his business. And then he ends up in a betting shop one day and his dad walks in. And he realizes, again, he's just as bad as his dad. So he decides to join Project Dolly to see what's happening. One interesting thing is he joins Project Dolly a year later than the other one does. He does it at level 35, whereas Armenia does it at 34. Just a small note. If I just check here, Project Dolly for this Yan is at 30. Oh, it's at 35 as well. Okay. But anyway, this is his story. And now we can wake him up. What I think you've read this before, or I've read it before. I've read it before. I also read very fast. I'm a very, very fast reader, but I have read it all before. At least for the first couple of alters. I've played up to midway through Act 1 of this game.
Hey there. Wow. Hello. Can you hear me? What is this?
I hope you like this voice actor, by the way, because we're going to hear them a lot this game. Yeah, 03, well spotted. Very well spotted.
Where am I?
Well done, well spotted on Cupmead. Well spotted, Lightning Dragon. Okay, we need to be very careful with this conversation. This is actually really important. We're onboarding a new Yan. So we need to make sure that we don't scare him too much. Now, if this was on Twitch, I would actually be able to integrate and let you vote on what answers to pick. And I was thinking about doing that, but we're just going to do it on YouTube. For now, I think we're going to focus on appealing to his desire to fix things. less so much on social cues. So I'm going to give him a mission rather than try and like calm him down. So I'm going to tell him that there's an emergency.
There's been an emergency. The whole crew is dead. I know this is abrupt, but I'll need you to focus. Focus. Wait, why are you... What the fuck is going on here? My head. Oh, why do I feel so weird? I think you're on some meds. What? What for? It's so you don't panic when you wake up. Why would I panic? I'll explain later. Right now, let's check your mental condition, okay? Do you think you can, introduce yourself? Sure. Can you?
So if the sheep started at number 2, why does Yan have a number 1? Remember how I said when we were outside collecting stuff that Yan's mental state was very important to manage in this game? Maybe it wasn't talking about our Yan. I would tell him to introduce himself first.
You first. I insist. All right. Jan Dolsky, Senior Technician at Ally Corp Mining Operations. There. Did I pass? Wow. Amazing. It actually worked. What? What worked? And what the hell are you anyway? This may be hard to process, but my name is...
He's super pumped
Dolsky
up on meds right now, Miss Saps.
Of course it is. Now, you're not bad for an imitation, but what the hell are you? Is this some kind of experiment? Because if it is, nobody warned me. It's not an experiment. This is for real. And I'm for real. So, what's going on?
He's not very happy.
Well, I got stranded in this base, and, well, I needed someone to help me move it, because it got broken. Then, okay, this is the crazy part. I learned that there's this functionality of the quantum computer on board to, well, create alternate versions of a person's life.
Oh, so the ethics of this technology?
Replicate a person, but with different experiences.
What's going to happen to these alters when we get back to
Mind
Earth?
records. If there's anyone in a bad mental condition in this room, it's definitely not me. The QC's
Pretty much
only
mishaps.
functionality is to navigate these junkets. I mean, theoretically, it could do other stuff, but such bullshit. I know. It's absurd. I thought the same, but here you are, right? Right. If I understand you correctly, you're telling me you're a
Pretty cursed
alternate
sentence.
version of me with a different mind?
I think we're going to just placate him a little bit and say yes.
Sort of, yeah. And, you said we were stranded. Yes. It's just us. Like I said, there's a malfunction in the machinery. If you don't help me fix it soon, we're both gonna die. So, wait. Let me get this straight. This is not an experiment, and you're a different version of me. This version of me woke me from cryosleep to help fix a malfunction because there's no one else on board. What if there was no malfunction?
And that's a big question, because
Where
now
would
we're just
I
looking into the disposability of human life, right?
You'd still exist somewhere? Theoretically, at least? Theoretically? Wow.
This guy's not very
You
happy.
Bastard. I can see now what the meds are for. I can't even lash out at you, just this passiveness. What am I? Look, this is a lot, and we'll sort it out, I promise. But trust me, if we don't fix the machinery fast, we're gonna go in a very bad way, and you'll never get the chance to understand this properly. Experience your feelings without the meds.
Yeah, exactly, Page Boy. He's been pulled from nowhere, but he has a memory. Like, he remembers his entire life. It happened for him.
Fine. Show me the way.
And he literally has the expertise that Arya doesn't have because of that memory to fix the ship.
What a screw up. A 3-year-old would have figured it out. Okay. In any other case, I'd say don't touch anything here ever again. But unfortunately, this is a 2-man job. On my sign, pull that lever over there. Just don't yank it like an idiot. Pull it gently. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now. Yes! It worked! You did it. We're gonna live. Let's get one thing straight. I did what you created before. Now stay
Turn
away.
to tabletop role-playing game. Alright, so we have fixed the boat, the ship, the plane, but we have unfortunately alienated Technician Yan. He hates us. He wouldn't even talk to us. Now, we could leave right now, but we have 5 days, and I would like to leave with a full tank of organics, so I'm going to very quickly jump in the airlock and just spend the day mining organics. Because this is the safest place to do it. So we're just going to fill... It's probably not going to take very long to fill the tank up. Mush loaves... So I'll explain the mush loaves in a minute. Okay, we are full on organics. So now, if I head back to the base, I can now head into places like the workshop, and I can assign things to be maintained. I actually don't want to maintain too much stuff, but we do need another mining outpost, and we do need another pylon package, which will use up the last of my metal. I will build them. Do I want to build them later? Yeah, let's just move on. So we're going to start the engines of the command center like we're supposed to. Now that we've filled up the base with everything, there's no more materials to get here. We've harvested everything we can. The only thing we can do is harvest organics, but we can't carry any more organics. So let's go. We are ready to launch. And also we automatically collect all of the stuff we have deployed, which is really big. Yes, our stuff is automatically deployed. The first time I played this, I went out and collected it all myself, and then found out that I wasted a day. And the rolly base is rolling. With replicants. Ah, yes. Journey number 1. So now we are currently traveling. I think I need to go talk to Yan. Okay, this is going to teach me about the altars. So we currently have Yan, technician. He has a skill which gives plus 50% efficiency with doing base maintenance. He is currently angry. He does not like the fact that he's disposable. So we should probably do something about that. We should probably try and cheer him up. Bring him around to our side.
Hey there.
It is indeed going to be important.
Don't come near me.
Get a grip. We need to fix the comms room, or I understand you're angry, but I need your help. I'm going to try and appeal to him. I don't think he's going to like it very well.
I get it. You're angry. I would be too. But I could really use your help. You know, if we manage to get the comms room running properly, we'd probably be able to get out of here faster.
Stop pretending you have any idea how I feel. I don't give a damn about your comms room. We're moving, aren't we? Now get out of my face, creep.
Now, do we stand up to him? Or do we say he'd do the same thing? I think we're going to stand up to him. No, I think we'll say,
You don't get to talk to me like that. I'm in command of this base.
Okay, that was the wrong
You'll
thing to
do as I
say.
Or what?
You'll send me back to that giant fish tank?
Definitely touchy-feely.
Why don't you get yourself a repair kit and fix your own shit? I'm done doing your dirty work.
Alright. We now need to fix the comms room. In order to do that, we need to make a repair kit. He's a lovely bloke. He is indeed a lovely bloke. So we can now make repair kits. You can only make small items when you're traveling. I'm going to tell the game to always have 3 repair kits queued. Although I don't have enough metal to do that right now. So let's actually... can I just go and make? Yes. Okay, we made 1 repair kit, which is all we're allowed to have right now. But the game now always has a queue of 3, so always should have 3. And now I can repair the... use the repair kit to repair the comms room. Now, Jan Technician does this 50% faster than I do because he has a 50% bonus for base maintenance. It takes me 3 hours to do this. Now that it's repaired. And we have a call. From someone called Lucas.
Hello?
Mr. Dalsky?
Yeah, yes, I'm here.
Are you okay?
It's about my car warranty.
I just had a choice to either die in pain or duplicate and edit myself. I'm far from okay.
It's, called branching. The duplicating and editing thing. I need to know if you pulled it off.
Really? And I need to know who I'm talking to. I didn't catch your name.
Oh, Lucas Pena, Space Traffic Control. Orbital
Space
Fixation.
Traffic Control is a
Now,
very
the
interesting
branching. Did you do it?
thing for me to be speaking to. Why am I speaking to Space Traffic Control? That's something I'm very concerned about.
You left me no choice. Doesn't mean I like what I did. Is this even legal?
You found Rapidium, Mr. Dalsky. We needed to act.
What the hell happened out there? What went wrong with the landing?
To be honest, I don't know. I'm still analyzing telemetry data from your flight, but it seems something went
That's a
very
cop-out.
wrong.
No kidding.
Yeah. We know there was a major system malfunction, but the reasons are unclear. It's too early to tell. We need more data.
Do you know what killed the rest of the crew?
Looks like an oxygen
An
leak in the
oxygen
landing
leak in the
pods.
landing pods? Sure.
No idea why, though.
So they're
How come
suffocated.
I survived.
You tell me.
You know, you're not very informative.
I don't like confusing assumptions with information, Mr. Dalsky. Conclusive evidence is more my thing.
What about the mine records? What
Sure,
is
yeah,
all
they could
that
have hypoxia.
personal data doing in the base computer?
Oh, that's, the corporation needs to ensure the safety of the mission and, basically everyone. It's confidential, of course. And it kind of saved your life.
It did, but I never consented.
I don't recall consent.
Alright, Miss Sapp, see you later.
Well, you must have, since it's there. Maybe you didn't read your contract thoroughly?
Oof.
They like to put these things in fine print.
What an asshole.
I want to talk to someone higher up. Do you have a boss?
I might sound young, Mr. Dalsky, but I'm not here by accident.
No offense, man. I just need to know this stunt was authorized by someone.
Look, I'm on my own here.
On their own at the station.
But I contacted my boss, and we're good. Nothing to worry about.
Have you done this before?
That would be hard, considering there's no Rapidium on Earth.
So how did you know what would happen?
I didn't know. I anticipated the outcome based on historic data.
What historic data?
Some old research.
Some
Nothing
old
important.
research.
So, you're getting me out of here, right? You know how to do it. Safely.
Sure. First thing I'll need you to do is to transport the base to a safe and accessible destination. I'll dispatch the coordinates to you. Second thing, do you think I could see this altar of yours?
That's not a good idea. He's pissed off at me, won't cooperate.
Then we have a problem. You won't manage without his help. The base needs more hands
Exactly.
on deck. There should be a way to gain his trust. Show him you care, maybe?
I told him I wouldn't survive without him.
Yeah, that's just words. Maybe
Like, why?
What? Why?
I don't know. Just a thought. My grandma used to say, sharing is caring.
Yay. Let me think. What can I share with him? My playlist?
Yeah, true. Wait, suppose it's not about what you can share with him, but what you already do.
We could share memories?
Of course. Memories. I wonder if he remembers things the same way I do.
Yeah, mind records. See? You were so spooked by them.
That was my chair.
They could be a source of information.
Fine. I'll check them out, see what happens.
I'll get back to you as soon as you reach your destination. Don't worry, you're in good hands. L7 out.
Okay, so we need to find something in his life that we can sort of connect with him about. Alright, so the big one is... if we go back through his life, the big moment really is that he gets on really well with his mum. And we don't. If we come down here, where he's hanging out with his mum, we unfortunately miss out on her dying. And that's the sort of the event here. So hopefully that's I've looked at the right point. Yeah, I have. And now we can go talk to him about that. I think he's actually no, he's downstairs. Dorian, you're in good hands. Oh no, I don't like that. I keep forgetting where the kitchen's one floor down. Okay. Oh, so he doesn't have anywhere to sleep right now, which is pretty bad. Whereas I'm in the captain's quarters.
I've been thinking about what you said. We have more in common than you think. Yeah? Like what? Same DNA, raised by the same parents. That's quite a fair bit, don't you think? Not enough, apparently. Maybe standing up to Dad changed you. Something I never did. Oh, really? And what did you do? Just stand and watch him take it out on Mom? I thought about stepping in. I was always a heartbeat away from doing it, but when it came down to it, I'd just freeze. Guess I was afraid of making things worse. Yeah, I remember the feeling. But then I reached a breaking point. Looks like you didn't hang around long enough to reach yours. Or maybe I was a coward. Going to college was a good excuse to just get away from it all. Oh.
There you go.
So
It's
that's
starting to come
where our
around.
paths split. Did you shine out there? Were you best in class? What do you think? Huh? Yeah. Now build around this merry-go-round. That's who I ended up being. Sorry to disappoint. Why would I be disappointed? Just proves I was right to stick with Mom. Wait, is she maybe still around here? No. I wish she was. She always knew what to do and how to cheer you up. Hey, when you were down, or Dad had just stormed out of the house, slamming the door behind him and leaving you crying in your room, would she ask me to help her make pierogi? Her favorite
His mom in the base.
Oh my my god, I could really pig out on those. And making them together was fun. Fun. Yeah, wow, why don't we go for it? Why don't we try and make Mom's famous
spaghetti.
pierogi? No way we'd find the ingredients here.
We could make them out of beer and synthetic starch.
Who said they have to be right? Beer and synthetic starch should work. Yeah, hilarious. I can pull it off. You'll see. But there's one condition. You're eating them with me.
Sorry, I'm really tired. I'm rubbing my eyes.
You die, I die. Why not?
Polish game detected. It's made by the same people who made Frostpunk. Alright, we need to make some pierogi. So we can now queue up quality food. Well, we can actually just make pierogi this one time. Pierogi made. Let's eat the pierogi. Oh, I'm sorry, I need to click on the table, not on the altar. He was standing in front of the bit I needed to click on.
Here you are, the famous Dulski pierogi with an interstellar twist. What do you think? Well, now I know how Mom must have felt. That day she
Wheel
had
punk.
a terrible flu and I decided to cheer her up and make pierogi for her. Right, yeah. I put like a ton of salt into the filling. And I overcooked them into a shapeless pulp. They were inedible. But you remember what she did? Uh-huh. She ate them all and never said a word. No, she said they were delicious. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. So, they're delicious, man.
They're bros now.
Shut the fuck up.
Core memory created. Interesting. Okay. So we are now friends. I think I can talk to him.
So, are we cool now? Cool. Do you mean did I come to terms with waking up
Mom
as
is the
tech
MVP.
support for my doppelganger? You might have to give me something stronger than dehydrated dumplings to wrap my head around that.
They were that bad.
Now you're being mean. I went through a lot of trouble to make those, and they weren't that bad. You made an effort. I'll give you that. But see, that makes it even worse. It would be easier to hate you, but eating those fucking pierogi with you, I actually enjoyed it.
So did I.
So did I. Sharing these memories with you, knowing you understand me, that was kind of comforting. Are you getting mushy with me? What? No. Okay, just kidding. I know what you mean. I'm just not the sentimental type.
Definitely
Being
not.
sentimental. All I said was... All right. Just tell me what the plan is.
Okay, we're not going to trust the corporation, that is for sure. We're going to handle this our own way.
The corporation is supposedly on top of this, but I know better than to put my life in the hands of pen pushers. Oh, I hear ya. You never know with those numbskulls.
Exactly, Lightning.
Right. So, until the rescue ship arrives, we better watch our own asses. Do they know about me? They were the ones who told me to create you. Bastards.
And now,
You know what?
I'm kind of aligning him to dislike the corporation more than me.
Of course. It's simple. We need to stick together and stay away from the sun. Well, there's one thing you should know. This base is a resource-consuming, maintenance-heavy sucker to operate.
Oh, really?
I have you to help.
It's a bad base.
That's not gonna be enough. I'll be blunt with you. If you want to survive, you're gonna need more people. People? What people? The Rapidium's there. Use it. Make more versions of me.
Versions of us.
Versions of us both, you mean? Huh. That almost sounded like we're planning kids. You need to work on your cooking skills, though. I was hoping I could avoid going through all that again. It was quite a struggle with you. Struggle? One day you'll look back and realize...
So the altars can actually mutiny on you if you don't look after them properly?
My words.
Alright. So, we found common ground. Yan is now my friend. Or at least willing to work with me. So now we have another call to answer. There's a lot of, like, what's the word? God, my brain's not working today. There's a lot of just, like, content being jumped on us right now. Oh, it's our ex-wife. Our ex-wife is calling.
Hello? Jan. Can you hear me?
Lana? Lana, is that you? What are you... How did you find me?
They let me know.
Good point on another L name.
My boss came to see me and said you could use some support. Are you all right? I heard about your crew.
Yeah. Everyone's dead. But I'm fine, somehow. It's a lot to handle.
Yeah, I know. Is it true you found Rapidium?
We did, but do I want to tell her? I'm going to say I'm going to be suspicious. I don't want to give away too much information.
Oh. So that's why they got you to call.
I know you think everyone in the company is an underhanded asshole, but honestly, I don't care why they approached me.
Yeah, you later your
I
child
wanted to
support.
call.
Luckily, they have no
What the
kids.
hell happened out there?
She does seem to actually
How did
care.
you survive?
So, your boss, did she say anything more about the accident?
No. Just that you're all alone out there and could use someone close to talk to.
Interesting.
Really?
And they called his
How did
ex-wife
you
to
make
call.
it?
Oh, so his ex-wife is very high up in Ally Corp. That's something I skimmed over before.
I'm not sure. Something strange. Everyone died in their landing pods, except for me. I don't know why. It's really weird.
Oh my. That does sound so unbelievable.
Even more unbelievable to hear from you, out of the blue.
I know. It's awkward for me too. We haven't spoken in a while and suddenly this. I just hope... What's the plan for getting you out of there?
There's a guy called Lucas Pena. He's handling it, apparently.
Someone from STC.
You know your way around.
It's just no lag at all.
Couple of years.
It's quantum, TRM. It's quantum.
Is there maybe anyone from outside the company you'd like me to get in touch with? I mean, to let them know?
No. There's no one.
I didn't mean to...
Don't question
get
future magic.
personal. You know what? Why don't I ask STC to keep me in the loop? And to keep an open channel for me? If you want that, of course.
ChatGPT-QC could be very much the answer. I'll keep the options open. There's no point closing lines of communication.
Thanks.
Good. Take care then, and talk soon.
Okay. So hopefully that's the end of the communication section of this playthrough.
Hey.
For now.
Were we supposed to stop here? Nope. It's way too early. Don't tell me something's wrong with the base again. Not on my watch. Systems are working fine. Something outside then? Yeah. Don't jump into your suit already. I'm kinda starting to like the inside of our base. Alright, I'll take a look around.
Gorgeous landscape. And we have managed to make it to Act 1, where the game really starts. The sun is far away. That's all we know right now. Okay. Now, normally I would be... Yeah, Act 1 is just starting. I would be keen to keep playing, but I mentioned before that I am dusty, and I am really dusty. With all these new things we can build a greenhouse, we can build a research lab, we can build a refinery, we can build a social room, we can build an infirmary. There's also new altars we can create. We can...
We need to talk.
Jan wants to talk to us. But we can now create new altars. So we've got access to a doctor, which leads to the shrink. We've got access to the miner. We've got access to the guard. We've got access to the refiner, who leads to the worker. We have access to the scientist. Oh, hey, Doctor, how's it going? I didn't know you could just... They've got to say it. Maybe I can turn that back on. And they've got the botanist. So there's quite a few different altars we can pick out. But I am really struggling. You can probably tell with the way the commentary has kind of cooled down in the last 20 minutes or so. So I think we're going to end this stream here. I'm going to continue this next week. And we're going to play through the altars in this slot going forward. So hopefully you'll join me for that next time. I think this is really interesting. We're getting into the content that I haven't finished. So even though I've completed that opening area before, this is all going to be new from this point onwards. So I'm hoping it's going to be quite interesting. But for now, I think we're gonna end the stream off. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next stream. For now, have a wonderful day, a nice night or morning or whatever it is, and I'm probably going to head back to bed. But I'll get some Voices of the Void recorded today when I've recovered, so we get that out this weekend as well. And late viewers can watch the VOD, exactly. Sorry, Doctor, that this is ending as you arrive. It would normally go on for longer, but I'm just really, really tired. I will see you all later. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning into the stream. I really appreciate it. You're all awesome. And I'll catch you. Ciao for now. See ya.